Morning, folks. Brian here, Geomagnetic Earth Watch. Monday, September 22, 2025. Let's do a global report. Quite a few areas to cover. Let's start off with earthquakes off the coast on the continental shelf of Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. A 3.1 at 18 kilometers depth. So this activity started about a little more than a year ago, usually off the continental shelf, right in this area here. Seemed to be migrating closer up. And of course, we know about the San Francisco Bay Area, the magnitude, what was it, 4.1? Two of them. 4.6. We have an upgrade at 9 kilometers depth. Another 4.6, 7.8 kilometers depth. And a follow-up. Follow-up 2.6 at 6.0 kilometers depth. San Francisco Bay Area. I received a report of a strong gas smell in Grand Prairie region, Alberta. There is no earthquakes of note yet. Of course, this is the fracking area where earthquakes are common, especially around Fox Creek, Grand Cache, Grand Prairie. So very close to on the bottom end of the Marianas Trench, bottom end of Guam, there are two earthquakes. One was larger than this. 5.0 at 13 kilometers depth. I think the other one was like a 5.4 or something like that. Five, 5.1. This area just as a low pressure system passed over. So seismic responses from the two violent typhoons. Wasn't expecting anything this far south. Let's get into that right now. So it's almost dead on. So here's Guam. Here's our earthquakes. Low pressure system. Okay, let's start off with the Luzon Strait. So it's jumping up and down. So it was classified as a violent typhoon. Now it's a super typhoon, and it's going to go back up to a violent typhoon before it heads into Hanoi, Vietnam, bottom end of China, Hong Kong. These would be subject to change. Current low pressure is down to 926 hectopascals. That's pretty low. That should be inducing some seismic and or volcanic responses. And offshore Japan by Isuzu. Started off as violent typhoon. Very strong typhoon. Now it's a typhoon. Very interesting track. So once again, any time between now and a few days from now, expect some seismic responses right here. Bonin Islands, Isuzu Islands, north of the Marianas Trench. Approaching Bermuda, if not already over Bermuda. Oh, this is going to intensify too. So this one is a category 3. It's going to increase to a category 4 on the outskirts of Bermuda later on today. And we have 2 more coming in from Africa. So this one is going to be tracking right over the Puerto Rico Trench. You know the procedure, you know the drill. Expect an uptick in seismic activity at the Puerto Rico Trench. Possible development area. Followed by another one. Since we're here, we have some heat anomalies off the coast of northern Carolina, including in the waters on the continental shelf. Like this one right here. And a few others. Take a look at just 2 of these locations. This is a repeating occurrence in this area. Including Alligator River National Wildlife Refuge. Something down below there, and I'm not talking alligators. So some heat spreads. By the way, Edgar Casey's pole shift map is calling for a land rise to surface in this area here, being Atlantis. Let's move along. Fiji, still. Not as many, not today. Indonesia, a lot more than there usually is. especially Sulawesi. That's going to be all for the heat. We have no buoys in motion. Our jet streams, kids. Start off in the southern. And of course, the most chaotic, North America, opposite end of the planet of the conversion of the two magnetic poles. Apparently we have a G1 minor geomagnetic storm en route. Not sure where the where its interest are originating from. Really don't care right now. It's minor. So Bermuda, I'm sure you know what's coming. Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. Two systems coming in. Tropical storm off the coast of Mexico. And then really pay attention to central to northern Philippines, Luzon Strait, Taiwan, even Japan. Okay, folks. That's all.